Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Friday. Welcome to a long one. We're gonna be doing Batgirl from the Lego movie. Let's get started right away, and let's go. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel, TheDrawingMil. I am your host, Mr. Mill, and this is my drawing. I know this is faster than normal. I apologize, but I did want to keep it under at least 20 minutes. So right now, if you look at the timestamp, it is going to be a little bit over 16 minutes. But think of it more of a speed drawing more than a tutorial, because this one is a little bit more advanced than I normally do. So as you can see, I am doing a couple more twists and turns with the body. I wanted a certain pose, and I'll show you guys the reference photo that I'm looking at later down the line towards the end of the video. So right now, I am doing Batgirl. She's going to have kind of like a sassy pose. I want her to have her hips tilted a little bit. That's why her legs extended on the front, and then her back leg is kind of like bent on the left hand side. So right now, I'm drawing the hands. They're going to be cupping her hips a little bit, and I'm going to be bending the arms ever so slightly. So I have the gist of what the body's going to be like. And remember, when you're doing this type of body, it could be facing any type of direction. But for this one, I like this pose. I could have done this with Batman. I could have done this with Joker. But I chose just to do this with Batgirl. So I'm doing the head right now. I'm doing the normal Lego head. I'm not going to draw the top because the top's going to be covered with hair. Now, I know what you're thinking. Batgirl, bat mask. I'm not going to do the bat mask because I'm going to save that for another video, possibly, but I want her to have the show of the hair because the hair is really hard to do, and I want to show you guys how to do it when it comes to Lego styling. So right now I'm just doing the centerpiece. This did the cape, and the bat symbol on her chest is a little bit different than the normal one. As you see in the bottom corners of that bat symbol, it's a little bit more angled outwards compared to the another one. Oh, by the way, Shamrock Shakes are back. That's what I have on my desk right now. So right now I'm doing the utility belt. She has the same utility belt as Batman in the movie. I'm not quite sure how different it is, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same because I just drew it. And when I was looking at the references, looked pretty similar to me. So right now I'm just doing a smaller detail on the arms. And I apologize for the lack of focus on the drawing itself. It looks like my camera, when I was focusing, I accidentally focused on my hand instead. And it won't be for that long. I apologize. So right now I'm just doing the small details. I did have to take a look at another photo. I had to do a couple freeze frames on some of the trailers to figure out what the front of her chest piece looked like. So that took me a while. So right now I'm drawing the mouth and the eyes. Now remember, when I did this, it is a rough draft, and I didn't do it with colored pencil, and I did a couple times wrong. I think I only did it once wrong in the eyes as well. So I'm gonna be erasing these where I'm doing right now in a little bit. So what I did wrong was the mouth is too big and the eyes were a little too high. So I found that out in a little bit, so I'm going to erase all of it right now with a kneaded eraser. The reason why I like kneaded erasers is because they're reusable. So all you gotta do every single time it's dirty, you just gotta knead it again and then kind of like mold it with your hands, and then you can have a brand new eraser. So it's reusable, and I like that a lot. So you can see I erased it. I zoomed in a little bit. You see my hand marks. I need to fix the little smudges around the hand marks. You can see I'm making the mouth a little bit smaller, and it turned out a lot better. So what I wish I did though, I wish I made the eyes a little bit closer together, and I wish they made the eyes possibly a little bit lower, but not quite sure. So right now I'm just doing the shapes of the hair. Remember, when it comes to Legos, the hair, there's not really strands of hair. It's kind of like more blocky, because you gotta think of it this way. It's plastic. The hair is plastic, and it goes on the top of the Lego piece as such. If you have ever seen an actual Lego piece, hair, when it's always made with a Lego, it's always plastic. So I'm trying to make it as blocky as I can with a little bit more accents, more than usual. So right now I'm just doing the front of the hair and then building the back of the hair, kind of like the 50s style haircut, what normally women had. I'm going to try to go a little bit higher. I wish I moved the paper a little bit lower so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm kind of trying to create a bump in the back. I think that was what that is called. I'm not quite sure. And then I'm curving down to create some sort of like pattern. I'll show you guys the reference at the end of the video is what I'm taking a look at. Oh, little hiccup on the auto levels and the auto correcting of the color correction. But anyways, I'm moving on to black marker. I'm fixing that a little bit with a little bit of highlight, and it has 2 eyelashes. And later on, I think I'm gonna do the eyebrows. Oh, there you go. There's the eyebrows. I'm gonna trace the hair. Hair is really easy to trace. I tweaked it a little bit. There's a couple lines I just didn't want to trace, so I just kind of ignored it. You guys will see that right about, I think it's on the other side, not quite sure. Add a little more lines to emphasize the curves, and then I took out a couple. You can see in, I think right now, oh, never mind, I added more over there. On the top, I think I minused one of those curves, yep. And then on top, add a little curve, looks like I'm going a little bit faster now. As you can see, I'm doing that little bottom part. So it's kind of like a knot on the top, kind of like a bow on the top. Well, not a bow, I should say. Tied in the top, and then it kind of like just flows in the back because her hips are swaying. So since her hips swing that way, the hair goes the other direction. I'm doing the cape. I wish I didn't trace the cape in black. I wish I traced the cape in like a medium tone color, like a brownish or something. We'll see why later. So I'm just doing the outlines of the body. I found out where the curves were. I found out where the designs were on the arms, so I'm doing that right now. I think I forgot one of the curves on the arms. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm looking at my drawing beside me right now. There it is. I have no idea why that other side's yellow. You'll see it later. So right now I'm just trying to edit the hands. Again, the claws are kind of facing inwards. Trying to edit that out. I kind of made this one a little bit more curved. There we go. I'm gonna finish this Batgirl logo on her chest. There we go. Curves down, and then curves down like this. Emphasize the body a little bit more, and then the rest of the costume. Kind of looks like a sweater almost. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to the utility belt, adding more detail and trying to fix up my cylinder or rectangular cubes a little bit to make it more three-dimensional. Adding the buttons. There we go. Actually, I should say edit the buttons. There we go. The utility belt's done. And a little bottom portion where the legs are able to move on that armature over there. And I really like the pose over here that I did with this body. I really like it a lot. I like how much is going on. You can see I messed up that line over there. There we go. Alright, so pencil's basically done. Notice how I did not do the mouth because I want the mouth to be the red lipstick. I'm trying to erase all that pencil lines because you don't want that underneath the marker, because once you do marker on top, you won't be able to erase your lines. So right now I'm just cleaning up my drawing. This is what you guys should always be doing. If you ever decide to trace your drawings, regardless of what project it is. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying my best to try to knead the eraser. The correct verb for that. You see, I'm almost done. Clean up the area. There we go. All done. So now, no smudges should occur, hypothetically. I'm going to add another piece of paper on the side so I can do some marker. There you go. That's from another video. You guys will see that later. So I'm just trying to test out some markers. I'm not going to use them with this marker. I should have fast forwarded or I should have cut it out. I'm trying to test out which marker I should use for the hair. And I think I decided on 3 tones. So it's going to be pink, followed by red, followed by maroon. So right now I'm just doing the pink. I was gonna do just normal white highlights and leave some parts white, but I found this technique a little bit easier, so I'm just doing a little bit of pink. And you won't really notice the pink. You'll notice later down along the line. So here we go. Adding some pink to that. And then move on to my, not maroon, what am I doing? My Copic red. I don't know why I only have one Copic red. I should probably get a Prismacolor one. And I'm outlining the pink a little bit, making sure pink's not so prominent. So you can see I'm going over it a little bit while outlining it. Kind of doing the tips of the hair, making sure I'm not going out of my lines. There we go. Making sure I'm leaving space for my maroon color, because her hair is kind of like a very deep red. The movie trailers intentionally are kind of like very dark in color, not dark in like emphasis, the storyline, dark in like color. Again, I apologize for zooming in and focusing incorrectly. It's like focusing on the marker instead of the actual drawing. But you can see the maroon color is showing up quite great, and when it overlaps with the red, it's kind of making that dark tone, which I really like. Looks like my camera stopped a little there. It's okay, I just hit record again. DSLR cameras is a love/hate relationship, because sometimes it turns off when trying to do these time-lapse videos and these tutorials. I think my next camera, when I get enough money, is going to be like a 4K camera. That way, quality's a little bit better. Anyways, I am moving, by the way, so hopefully the video quality gets a little bit better. Maybe I can sit my drawing desk by a window for better lighting. Maybe I can get back home a little bit sooner. That way I don't have to draw when it's like pitch black outside. But then again, daylight savings is going to change that anytime soon now. And hopefully it won't be so dark, because I don't get home until like 6 o'clock because I have to go to the gym and stuff. So anyways, I'm doing the yellow on the proper spots. The proper spots are the logos, 2 sides of the arms for some odd reason. I think it's because like her skin's showing, supposedly. The arms, and then the boots. So right now I did forget some details on the boots. Instead of doing in pencil, I'm just going to go straight to that black marker. And it's supposed to have straps on the side, but it's on the outside of the sides, so I don't need to do it on the inside of her boots. So I'm just coloring her utility belt. Pretty snazzy. There you go, utility belt's done, and then all I have left is her boots. Oh, sorry, and the cape. I almost forgot about the cape. There we go. Kind of a nice accent. I wish she had more color, but she doesn't. But it's okay. It's a lot better than the Batman colors, because Batman's just pure black, followed by only like a tiny bit of yellow. And I think later next week I definitely want to do another Batman picture. I think I might do him in his robe. I do have some reference photos for that, so I can do that later on. This is not, by the way, a picture from a screenshot or a screen capture from a trailer or anything in particular. This is my own drawing. All my drawings are my own drawings, actually, if you guys are wondering. So if you ever see this type of pose with this type of costume, it's mine. I'm the one that came up with this. Here we go. Doing some gray. I don't have a silver Sharpie or anything like that. It's supposed to be kind of like shiny on this part. There we go. Moving on. This part's black over here. Pure black right there. And that's basically it. Everything else is basically purple. I'm just fixing this up. There you go. I think I might do the skin tone next. Yeah, there you go. Fixing the skin tone. This marker is a little bit darker than Robin's skin tone that I did for Robin. Robin's a little bit lighter. Batgirl has a little more of a kind of like a tan to it. So I'm just fixing her up, making sure I'm avoiding the lips. I don't want to get pencil marks on these parts. There you go. Yeah, looks like it blended pretty well. That's the only skin tone that you see on her. So I'm going to move on to the lips. I'm trying to be as careful as I can, because I want to add some highlights. I'm going to go back with a crimson red. One sec. Here it is. There you go, with a brush tip. I'm going to emphasize those highlights. There you go. Lips are all done. I'm going to leave the middle white, by the way, for her teeth. And then I'm ready for this nice violet. There you go. Gonna do the hands. Basically everything else is violet, if you guys are wondering. After the violet, then I'll do the shadows with either 40% or 70% gray and a little bit. When I was doing the shadows, I think I messed up a little bit, but it's okay. I got the point down. Okay, Batgirl's almost done. Moving on. There we go, just doing the edges. This is the chisel tip, by the way. I like using the chisel tip. Plus, the chisel tips in the fine tips are a lot cheaper than the brush tips, actually. Speaking of which, brush tips are only good for some things, such as like blending and stuff, and doing realistic drawings. When it comes to everything else like cartooning, you really don't need to spend the extra money on brush tip markers. You'll be fine on you'll be fine with like chisel markers if you ever decide to get premium markers. What I should have done is I should have added yellow on that bottom part right underneath between the legs, but I totally forgot. But once you do marker, you can't really go back. Ooh, I went kind of really dark over there. That's okay though. It's kind of turning kind of green, which is fine. There you go. Let's do a little bit of the shadow. Yeah, adding dimension. I'm gonna add some dimension to the arms because the arms is rounded. Adding a shade below there. Okay, now the next arm. Ooh, it's kind of dark over there. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. It's okay. Learn my lesson. Right, I'm just gonna do it with a natural color. There we go. The same marker I used for the skin tone, I'm basically just doing a second layer to make it a little bit darker. There you go. That's what I should have done with the neck. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. go. I'm going to do the inside of the cape a little bit. I'm going to try to find a better marker. There you go. I think this is a 30% gray that I'm doing the cape and the inside of the claws, just to make the yellow a little bit darker. There you go. I'm going to do it a little bit darker over here behind the cape. A little bit darker over here with 30% gray. I'll try to hit that up again. I'm going to try to do three coats on that part. There you go. There you go. Starts a little more three-dimensional. And we're basically done. That's it. So I'm going to remove my marker mat. All these markers over here. Remove that outside. Get a good screenshot for the thumbnail. And we're basically done. If you guys are wondering, I'm going to show you guys what I use. So here's my camera tripod pointing down to the camera. If you look at one of my 3 monitor screens, you can see the original photo of the pose is on the right, and then my photo references are to the left of that. So you can see, ta-da! Cool pose, and there's my references I used to understand what the new Batgirl looks like. There's that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you guys want another one, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later.